Hey y'all.
Hi. How's
Hi.
it going?
We're whispering because our kids are sleeping in the other room.
Shh.
But we've had a long day of orientation, so we're probably a little giddy too.
Yeah,
And tired.
just a little bit.
A little bit, but it's been good. It's I will say, such a privilege to be here. So thank you all for just allowing us this opportunity. We can't thank you enough. And we're getting to meet our fellow students, and I'm still trying to learn everybody's names. But thank you guys for watching our videos. You know who you are. And so, but we do, on that note, have a special request for y'all.
Yeah, I've been so blown away and so completely honored and humbled by everybody's generosity, and I'm just especially getting here to the school where there's like 39 other students. A majority of them are teenagers trying to figure their way out through like high school, after high school, college, and identity things. And I'm just so floored and so blessed that we have the opportunity to be here, and that you all have partnered with us to see God's ministry and work and mission and all these things being done in our lives. And so we're so thankful for you guys. But being here, there's so many kids and adults that are still in such need. And we're not saying this because you have to, and we're not saying this to try to be rude or to be mean or anything. We're just letting the family that has supported us so well just know, man, there's so many kids. There's literally, they walked up and wrote down all the numbers of everything that they were still missing for their DTS, and then they tallied the whole thing up. And I mean, like, there was like 50% of the room walked up there out of like 35 people or more. And so anyway, I'll get to the point, but man, the need for each of these kids, some kids still need their lecture phase, some kids still need their outreach phase, some kids don't even have like $400 gone towards this. And so this is us just reaching out to you guys, not saying you have to, and don't feel guilt, don't feel like any of that. Just if you take a moment and just pray for them to have heaven's resources released unto them, because the number totaled up to 99,000, like 270 something, somewhere around that. And for me and Marsha to be able to come into this and not have that stress or that burden of like all that money waiting over us, we're so honored by that, so floored by that. There's so many of these kids that are going to be attacked by the enemy with this fear and this doubt that their God's not going to provide for them. And so we're just extending this opportunity out to you. And I know this has taken a long time, but it just, man, if you guys could feel my heart beating, it's like, man, for these kids, I don't want God to be distracted out of their life by the enemy attacking because they have a lack of resources wherever they came from. And so we are so honored, but because we've been given so much, we feel so honored by you guys' generosity. And if in your heart, if you would just pray for them, that God would release the resources for them so they can not have that stress or that anxiety or the enemy get a foothold on them to turn it into a stronghold. We just want God to get all the glory out of all that He's going to do and everybody that's here. And so we're trying to unite with our sisters and brothers that are struggling. And so if you guys feel like the need to give or the desire to give, or even just the opportunity hits you and it's like, why don't I give? Then please just contact us, like message us or do whatever. If you want to give and say, hey, I gave this for them, then whatever it is. But just if you would, at the deepest part, please be praying that God would release the resources that are needed for them to finish this little race that they started. So we are so honored and so humbled. You guys have exceeded any thought that we had about how many people love us and support us and pray for us and united around us. And we just want our same family to just just overflow love onto these kids. So I wouldn't say this if it didn't mean like so much. So we really get a chance to love like just right outside of what God's doing in us. And so if you would consider first praying for him, praying for heaven to release it, for God to just release it. And if you feel like you want to be a part of it, even if it's $10 to $1 million, it doesn't matter. But just if you would consider the number, again, is 99,270 something. So there's a big need.